Verve, online devotional videos.
The Bible is quite clear that we human critters have three sources of thoughts. That every thought that's in our brains, by definition, don't come from us. Some do and some don't. And it says there's these three sources. They're our own thoughts. David said to himself, I'm going to perish if I don't do something. Jeroboam said to himself, I know what's going to happen. And so we have our own thoughts. But the Bible also says that we have God thoughts. God at times puts his thoughts into our brains. And the scripture is full of God giving wisdom and God giving discernment from above and God giving specific revelations. And the list goes on and on. But there's also mention of a third source of our thought, which comes from the enemy himself, the devil. And it says the devil can put thoughts in our head. In 1 Chronicles chapter 21, verse 1, the devil stood up and moved David to sin. Acts chapter 5, the devil filled Ananias' heart to lie. John chapter 13 talks about Judas, the devil put into his heart to betray Jesus. And so the Bible is quite clear that there's these all different sources of thoughts that happen in our brain. Just because we think it doesn't mean it comes from us. So what are we supposed to do? Well, we're supposed to discover the source. Because not every thought we have, we're supposed to act on. We're supposed to control our thoughts. Our thoughts aren't supposed to control us. And that sounds like gobbledygook, but that is spiritual warfare number one. We are to control our thoughts. Paul says over and over again, take your thoughts captive, 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Renew your mind, Romans chapter 12. We are supposed to control our minds. Our minds aren't supposed to control us. Hebrews chapter 4 says that when we have the Word of God in our life, it gives us the ability to discern between our thoughts, what is good and what is bad. And so I need that filter cloth in my life or my thoughts run amok. You probably wouldn't be surprised. I have some amazingly weird thoughts. But just because I have them doesn't mean I'm supposed to act on them. I need to check the source. Are you checking the source or are you just doing what you're thinking? Because I tell you, you're supposed to be in charge of your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't in charge of you.
Verve, devotional videos to your inbox.